Hello, good morning. All are welcome for my basic electrical safety class. I am Sadashivan, fire and safety trainer. After so many days, I am coming here for giving you safety oriented classes. So, first, I have given you 10 videos on general safety awareness, then 20 videos on basic fire safety awareness. Now we are coming to the electrical safety. Here already I have given you 19th video. So today is my 20th video. Today, yes, we can say that for the time being it can be a final video for the electrical safety. It is a very big subject actually. Okay. So last class what I have discussed you means how electrical shock can be affected. What are the different type of shock, how direct shock, indirect shock, how electrical shock is affected. That these things I am not going to discuss anymore now. Now today is a new subject. So before going to the new subjects, I just have a request with all of you. If you like this class, should please like it and share it and subscribe it. And also this is a continuous education system I have planned. So please see classes one by one. And if you have any doubt, you can also ask me. I have given every time my telephone number. So let us send even my email. That's also I can give you if anybody want. Okay. Now coming to the new subject is how overall electrical safety can be achieved. We have talked about so many electricals, what is electrical power, current, electricity, how it is generating, what is resistance, voltage, everything, most of the just general common idea we have already discussed in last so many days. So now our aim is there, how overall safety we have to achieve in our household and also in industry. This is the main main topic of today's class. Okay, let us understand. First one is electrical safety, household equipments. Whenever we are using in house, what are the safety precautions we have to take? This is one of the point. First, we have to avoid overload. Overloading of sockets. Overloading of sockets means whenever you are using a plug that may be rated for 5 amps. Instead of that one, if you have to 5 amps load only, that we have to give there. That there, suppose if you are giving it 20 amps load or 15 amps load, then that is an overloading. That may cause a problem with the problem not only with the electrical system, that also will be affect our shock also. So that overloading. And similarly, multi-socket. In the one socket, there are so many plugs we are providing. That also we have to be avoided. Multi-socket problem for filling up that percentage also you have to avoid it. Then wherever that is ESCP, MCB, this we have discussed there. This thing we have to ensure that these are working and we have to provide in our household item. If any of our equipment, whenever any mixie or any electric kind start earthing, it's ESCP, we should trip it there. So that a earthing point also we have to be assured. How we can check the earthing? Actually, you have to measure the voltage. That's an electrician, you can say that, ask them to measure the voltage. In first phase and neutral, you may be getting some 250 volt or 220 volt. The same phase and earth, how much voltage you can get. So if it is getting nearly some, yeah, but may not be exactly same as phase and neutral, but nearly that one. If it is phase and earth, you may be getting 210, and phase and earth, you are getting 200 volts, then it's almost correct. And actually neutral and earth, you should get very low voltage only. Then you can say that earthing is a safe condition, earthing is a good condition. This is simple test actually. That earthing and earthing, that I have mentioned that earthing resistance should be less than 1. So earthing we have to check it. Then as far as possible, wet condition we have to avoid. Wet condition means whenever we are working with electrical iron or any other thing, our the slippers should not be in wet condition, or we must have a something like a wooden or a rubber mat, then only we have to work it there. If any leakage or anything is there, that can cause a shock to us. So in wet condition we have to avoid. Similarly, wet condition of a wall air conditioner and the equipment here at the top we are just opening, and water we are just throwing to the electrical items. That things you have to avoid it. Air condition. Then proper earthing that I have just mentioned there. So these are the points we have to check for a normal for household items. And periodically what you can do is, one of the qualified electricians, you have to check there, can ask them to check your system thoroughly, so that any leakage or any equipment is there. That periodically means at least once in a year, or so that any equipment when it is in a damaged condition, that you can identify and change it also. And another important point is there, whenever we are working with electricity, if any smell and burning smell or anything is, you have identified it. You don't allow that equipment to work continuously. Further, you just switch it off that. Then you have to identify what is the reason for that one. Otherwise, what will happen is, if you are just still you are allowing to work with the burning smell, the equipment may further burn and short circuit can occur or fire can occur there. So you have to just switch it off there and further check. You have to do it and rectify the system with a qualified person. So these are the things you have to follow in case of your domestic supply system. For industrial electrician, industrial people, those who are industrial, commercial, all these places, well, those who are working with electrical, they have to also the same procedure, but still little bit more there. An appropriate person should always work. Appropriate person means a trained person should only allow to work in the electrical system. The knowledgeable person, we can say that. And they must have an appropriate PPE, and also must have a safe working practice. Safe working practice means they must have safe working tools, whatever the tools they are using, that a cutting plier or arm, similarly screwdriver, etc. That should be in a proper condition, insulated condition, and appropriate tools for the appropriate way you have to use it. As an example, some people, they used to take the plier and hammering it there. Instead of hammer, they are using. So such things should be avoided. That person, those who are working trained person, they may be knowing that. So proper safe working practice has to be adopted. Trained person, appropriate PPE must have, and also safe working practice. Then another safe working practice is the engineering controls method. Engineering controls method means industries and other thing, whenever live working there, that in the locking out and tagging out. Lockout tagout procedure. What is the lockout tagout procedure means? First you have to get the permission from an authority for switching it off, and whoever may be the given the authority, they have to switch off the system and lock out, and also that a tag should be provided there. So in case of somebody has seen somebody want to put it off again, they must be knowing that that particular system was kept off by a arrest person or some worker. So that procedure, lockout tagout procedure, must be followed in all type of industries. Suppose then you may be asking that in commercial place and only one electrician may be there. In that condition, what he has to do, he has to switch off and keep the fuses or any other thing with him. Otherwise, the main switch and other thing, he have to keep it locked and the key with him only. That practices we have to have. Also, another patient should never just switch on that condition. So that thing you have to avoid. Then the system earthing, where that earthing we have told you that it should be checked periodically, whether it is proper or not. So these are some of the safe practices has to be adopted for overall electrical safety. So anybody, those who are having any smell with electrical equipment, they have to switch off the thing. This I already mentioned that I should not allow the machine or equipment to run it continuously unless that problem has solved. So these are the overall electrical safety we have to check in the commercial, in the domestic places, and our household items, and also in the industrial side. Overload avoided, and also you have to multi-socket plugging system you have to avoid. Then ESCB, MCSCB should be proper. Wet condition should be avoided. Proper earthing should be mentioned. Then safe person, safe PPE, and safe working practice, and safe working procedure, that engineering controls methods. These are the things you have to be adopted. Proper earthings of the condition. So these are some of the electrical overall safety we have to achieve. For the time being, I am going to stop this class For the electrical safety, we have just for the time being only finish it. This we will be coming with any other new chapters in next classes always. All of you are having a good day. Good day means healthy, safety day for everybody. Okay. Thank you to everybody. Happy, healthy, and safe day for wishing all of you. Thank you.